Now in number 7, it says to us, it wants us to choose an open web steel joist to act as roof beams. So for now we're going to use the top load values in the table and ignore the live load deflection load values. We're going to assume that the roof deck will be installed with a triple span. So letter A, beams between columns 8 and 9 span 16 feet. So we're going to take and go to this chart. I'll bring this up on the computer right here. This is the chart that you're going to want to use. It looks like this at the top, standard ASD load table. I'm going to pull this down right now. And some things to point out about this chart. The first thing is that across the top, is what's called the joist designation. You can see 8K1, 10, 12, so on and so forth across. You'll notice that that 8 corresponds with the depth of the joist. So an 8K1 is 8 inches tall, basically. As 10, 12, 14, 16, you can see 16 over here, and such as that. And then it gives you an approximate weight. The next thing is right here. It says span in feet. And you'll see 8 through, I'm not sure what it is down here, 32. Okay, so we're going to be looking for a 16-foot span of right on this first one. And what you do is you take and you need to know that what we're going to be looking for, let's see if I can find it, is this number right here. We need to have something that is either equal to or greater than this 329 pound-feet for our joist table to have a properly sized beam. So I'm going to Alt-Tab back to the chart. So I go to 16, and remember I'm only looking at the top value here in this row. So I'm looking for anything greater than 329. So not there. Well, there it is right there, 380. So 380 is greater than the 329 pound-feet that I have. I go up here and I see that that is a 12K1. So back to my problem, and right here where it says interior beam, I'm going to write 12K1. Now, exterior beam. And an exterior beam is 164.5. So I'll go back to my chart. And an exterior beam, I'm still in the 16 feet. I'm looking for anything greater than a 164.5 pound-feet, and right off the bat I find a safe load right here of 246 for an 8K1. So we could use this beam right here for our building. The difficulty in that is that this is 8 inches tall, whereas the first one we chose was 12 inches. So instead of using this one, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the 12s, and again we're going to look for the one that is higher than 164.5 but is, you know, the closest to it. You can see there's 3 different ones here. There's 380, 476, and 550. So again, in this case, because this 380 is the lowest value in the 12-inch tall beam, we get a 12K1. So back to my chart, or my package here, I'm going to put and specify a 12K1 beam here also. Next page. This roof had 2 different beam spans. One was a 16-footer that we just did, and the next one is going to be 20 feet long. So now we'll take, and I'll go back to this table, and I'm again looking for the pound feet that are greater for this one than 329 because this is an interior beam. So I go to 20 feet and I come across and I look for something that's greater than 329, and I'm going to find that I've not had 329. I think that this one is going to be right here at 368. I did see it back here, but for some reason we want this one, I guess, which is a 16K2. Now, the problem here is we've been choosing 12s, and now this is a 16. So what I'm going to do in my 20 is I'm going to go back to the 12 column, and I'm going to look for anything that's greater than 329, and there it is right there. It's going to be 409. So I'm going to specify a 12K5 for this one. So Alt Tab, and this is going to be a 12K5. All right. Now the exterior, once again, that's the 164.5. Okay, so 20 feet, and then we come across, and 164.5. Well, that's almost anything here. I think though that, you know, if you look across this, you would see that the 10K1 beam would work because it's 199. Again, the very depth thing, we want to use a 12-inch beam. So here we're going to specify the 12K1 that we've been using for quite a lot of these things. So Alt Tab, and this is going to be a 12K1. So that completes question numbers 1 through 7. Now in number 8 here, we're going to, you actually are going to go, and you'll notice I wrote the word exterior here on letter F for the uniform beam loading. It's supposed to be have the word exterior there. Anyways, you're going to do the same specifications. Good news though, you only have a 24-foot beam on this one, so you can use the same height beams for both the interior and the exterior on this one. Don't worry about number 9 down here. Just worry about number 8. Okay? So, that completes the loads work stuff, or package of information.